We are getting a lesson this morning in spring planting in this Fox 5 field trip, all brought to you by Merrifield Garden Center. Our Taylor Grunda is down in Fairfax, out at the center now, learning how to get that green thumb in time for peak spring. So, how's everything going out there, Taylor?
It's been going great so far, and especially the weather's helping, of course. Going to be a nice weekend to really feel the spring air, and maybe you want to get some spring plants in the ground. We've been touching about that all morning long. We talked about the spring plants, spring vegetables, then we moved all along to containers, and now we're talking about just generally everything, which, mind you, Merrifield Garden Center is a full-service center. They do landscaping, they do, planting, and everything that we've been talking about all morning long. So I wanted to introduce you to now David Yost. Thank you for joining us this morning. And we want to talk about, a couple of things that you guys take care of here. A lot of people have their grass, their lawns on their mind. Hopefully most of you have at least gotten the first or the second cut in, but we're going to talk about how you can take the necessary precautions to maybe fill in those blank spots that you might have on your grass from the winter season. And how do you guys take care of that here?
Yeah, well, thank you for the opportunity to talk to everybody. And you're right, spring fever is on, and we got a great weekend forecast coming up. And everybody sees this. As you mentioned, your grass is greened up and growing. We're growing cool season grasses. I always say they're happy spaces, right, at 50 to 75 degrees with ample rain. So you want to take advantage of this spring season, like I said, just to manicure everything, keep it clean. If you do have those bare spots that you want to fill in, take advantage of the weather right now to fill them in and patch them up with some seeding. We custom blend grass seed for this Northern Virginia, D.C., Maryland area. We work with seed producers out in Oregon, specify varieties that do well in our local conditions, and we mix them in different blends, which could be for sun, shade, that type of thing. So yeah, this is the thing I want to really emphasize is take advantage of this cool spring and get started on it if you haven't already done that.
All right, so we have the grass. That's on the list for this weekend. What other things should we be thinking about in the back of our minds that we should be getting done right now?
Pretty much everything, like you said, whether it's your lawn, trees, shrubs, flowers, vegetables we've been talking about, everything to be planted now. Another thing, as you start to see your trees and shrubs beginning to leaf out, it's a very good time if you want to fertilize those. Again, so we do custom blend fertilizers also for our area. So if you have, again, evergreens, this could be anything from boxwoods and yews and hollies or trees like oaks and maples. It's a good time to fertilize those. We also have a fertilizer for flowering plant foods. But let me say, if you're growing plants like azaleas, rhododendrons that haven't flowered yet, we typically are going to fertilize those right after the bloom season.
Okay.
So they might be flowering for us now, and then as soon as that's done, they start growing, and we'll put some flowering plant food on those.
Okay, so we're thinking like in the next couple of weeks we'll probably be putting that on?
Oh, yes. Like I said, if it's cherry trees or things that have already finished flowering, we can do that now.
Okay.
But everybody has azaleas. That's a favorite plant around here, and azaleas, rhododendrons, like I said, they're going to bloom, and then they'll start growing, and we can fertilize those.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, David. Some great tips you can take with you, especially this weekend. It's going to be so nice. Hopefully you can get everything spring all done around your house. So we'll send it back to you in the studio for now.